Join us for an all-new recap of Days of Our Lives next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah!
We thought we'd bring a little excitement to the studio today because it was not that exciting in Salem or Greece.
Get on my shot.
I am Matthew Evan Paine, here with my two backup dancers.
I beg your pardon. I'm always Beyonce.
I thank God every day.
Thank God.
I woke up feeling this way. I can't help loving myself, and I don't need nobody else. No. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. Why can't this be how days start?
Thank you.
I would be tuned in.
That was the most fun I have had
Would
all
you
week.
would you like Megan Trannon to make a little appearance on there?
Is that mine?
That's you.
That's so fun.
I
That's
turned
you.
it down.
Welcome
Oh my
to
God.
Edition Days, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi,
I am
hi.
Matthew Evan Paine, joined by the lovelies
That's you
from
first.
my far
Oh,
left.
hi, Mark J Freeman.
Hi, Mark.
And of course, Mama
And if
Bear.
I was you, I'd want to be me too.
Which one of you? Mrs. Flynn, Mark, or Lorraine Love?
Pick one. Pick one. Variety.
All of the
I
above.
offer variety.
All of the above.
And of course, I am your fabulous host, Tony Moore.
Hello, Tony Moore.
Hello.
Fabulous is a strong word.
It's strong enough for me. I beg your pardon, madam. I beg your pardon, madam.
Tony, you know what I have to say to you?
What?
Oh, God.
If I was you, I'd want to be me too.
No. No. If I were
Get
you,
t-shirts made.
I'd want to be me too. I'd want to
Let's
be
see how
me
many times
too.
we can say that.
I'd
This
wanna
would
be me
too.
Two. Okay.
Let's play a drinking game. How many times do we ever say that we have to drink?
Oh God. Well, at least that has a better chance of not getting us drunk than you saying Billy.
Billy.
God. Okay.
Who's your favorite character in Days of Our Lives?
It's a tough decision, but I'm gonna go with Billy.
And you, Tony?
I don't think I have a favorite.
He always says stupid stuff like that.
I'm always that guy that likes everyone for like different reasons.
No,
Yeah.
he just doesn't want to take a stand.
I really don't.
I'll
have
let
a favorite.
Kyler know that.
Any who are you looking forward to seeing right now? Like, I feel like the show isn't at its strongest point.
Clothed or unclothed?
Both.
Oh yeah.
I think my answer stays the same.
Really?
Okay. Oh, I will say this. So on Friday, I think it was Friday's episode, Theo said that he was going to take a shower, and I thought
I
to
thought of you
myself,
too.
"Oh my God, please don't come out shirtless because I would not hear the end of this
Right.
on Sunday." And thank God he didn't. So thank you.
I was thinking they
Thank
were going to
you.
show
Thank
him
you, Days
like,
of Our
in the
Lives.
shower,
you.
showering, thinking about Sierra.
I can't believe we're thanking them for not having a shirtless
Well, because
Theo.
I don't want to be Dean Mrs. Pettis. I don't.
late.
I don't
It's
have
not a bad
anyone.
title. It's a
no,
great
it's not.
title.
No, it's not a bad title at all. But it makes it sound like I'm just as obsessed.
As?
Well, I mean, if the shoe fits.
Listen, Mark J.
If the
Freeman
shoe
is to
fits.
Billy Flynn as Matthew Evan Paine is to Greg
If
Vaughn, and
the
we
shoe
are not
fits.
including Tony Moore in that equation. Okay, I'm just saying. What about Days? How was that this week? What y'all think?
I think we should just play Megan Trainor for the rest of the
Should we? Well, I didn't love it.
Me either.
I just think that this is one of those weeks where there wasn't something driving the story. Like this was an info week. This is a just in case you didn't know week.
Right.
Oh, because they haven't recapped us enough?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Because they forgot it's 2017, and so they keep repeating everything.
And they're locking people up in cages.
Sorry. Having a Pepsi Cola
Oh boy.
like Joan Crawford.
Get it together. Oh my God.
Make sure to follow us on
the Joan
Instagram and
Crawford.
Facebook at Edition Days, and also on Twitter at _Edition Days. If you are watching live, comment in the chat room, and make sure to give us a 5-star rating. That is 5 stars,
On iTunes.
5 on iTunes. And you
Yeah.
have the possibility by doing that to become
Fan of the week.
Fan of the week.
bingo.
Easy peasy way. Those people that tweet me and say, how do I become fan of the week? Go on iTunes. Rate us 5 stars. Write a review.
There's a good chance, too, that we're going to be taking calls today after the show.
From home.
Well, yeah, and not after the show. Yeah,
From home.
While we're
on your
grilling.
Bluetooth as
While
we
we're
drive back
grilling.
home.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll post the number shortly.
Yes.
Should we hop on into it?
Well, yeah, let's get right on
guess.
into
All
it.
right. It is now time to start
Megan
Dish
Trainor.
Days.
You so silly. Oh my god, I get to do this?
Yes. When was the last time you did that?
I don't think I've ever done
so
this.
melodramatic.
You look so happy.
I honestly don't think I've ever gotten.
You had to have because you've sat there before.
Then it might have been once in the 2 years I've been doing this show.
Well, we can make it a
You know,
regular thing.
some
if it
Dish
is that
Days
much
fan
too.
knows when the last time you
We can
did
just
that
seat
was.
you in the
Probably.
middle. You could just come in, flip it, and just sit there.
Flip it and forget it.
Flip it and forget it and me.
I mean, we can. We're up for options here.
Is there an option to not hear Billy Flynn's name?
That's
No, I
never
don't
gonna
think that's
happen.
no.
Never gonna happen.
Oh my
Gina
God.
has already given it the stamp of approval.
Oh my god,
so
you got the seal of
I-
approval?
Absolutely.
Last
boy.
night I got an alert on my phone that Billy went live on Instagram Live, and I clicked it, and he was at some club with Robert Scott Wilson, and then I went to Rob's.
I
page.
wasn't in frame though, right?
Were you there?
Well,
Oh, stop
Please.
it, lady.
He was.
Stop it.
He was there in Billy's trunk.
Oh god, hiding out. All right,
what
so
is
let's.
he doing in
Yeah.
there with binoculars?
Yeah.
What is he
What are
doing?
they doing at the club?
Why didn't he call me?
Oh my god.
I can see you at the outside trying to convince the doorman that you're with
No,
them.
I am Mrs. Flynn. No, that blonde woman. No, that is not. She's an imposter. Like something like that.
You wound up in jail
Make sure you follow Gina on Instagram.
at Lorraine Love.
Lorraine Love.
Right.
All right, so days. Now that we're back on track.
Well, it's hard to say top storyline after this week's episodes, but top storyline.
Well, I think the top storyline in the writer's mind is whatever Hope is doing. But let's talk about what the real storyline
Right.
is.
Which is
Not her.
Her purpose. Well, I guess we'll
Anytime
get
she
into
walks
that.
out of the scene.
The first storyline that we will discuss is Chad, Gabby, Abigail, and Dario, even though they were on
Different
in two
continents.
separate. Thank you.
oh gosh. How do? Go ahead.
No, just they were obviously Chad and Gabby were in Greece and Dario and Abby were in Salem, but I think that it was so storyline heavy about their relationship still, the ongoing.
Sorry, my lips were.
As you put on your Chanel.
My lips were dry.
Shout out to Risa J, who's in the chat room for the first time.
Who's Risa J? Hi,
Well,
Risa
she's
J.
first time in the chat room, so
Oh.
clearly I don't know who she is.
Hi, Risa J.
Or maybe Risa J's a man. I don't know.
Either way.
So how do we feel about the official putting in for the divorce?
Okay, this is going to be the fastest divorce in Days of Our Lives history.
Yeah.
Along with the fastest engagement in Days of Our
Yeah,
Lives history.
this happened quicker than JJ becoming detective.
Or Lexi becoming a doctor. That happened overnight.
Oh,
too.
did it?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
at least
remember
I mean, I think people were more on board with that one than JJ becoming a detective. Here's the thing. Divorce, okay, fine. Like, you guys are not going to work it out or whatever. There's no point in staying in a marriage that is not great. I know that the fans are like, chabby, but
With an I.
no, they're
Chabigail.
There's a campaign for Chabby with a Y.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Oh,
Chubby
no.
with an I is happy now. That's what I thought you were
No,
going to say.
but the whole Abigail Dario thing.
I didn't mind them until this announcement of his deportation, and then,
But it's all made up though.
well, so for most of the week, I thought he was lying that he was even being deported.
Right.
And so I'm glad to know that he's at least telling the truth about that. But it's easy for him to get his citizenship without having to marry. He's conning Abigail into marriage.
Well, he did say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
did you know that he was going to do that? I suspected that.
I didn't believe that he was going to be deported until I saw him holding that piece of paper.
Well, here's how I feel about it. I feel like if this were real life, someone would have respect for the fact that Abigail's kind of gone through a lot the past year. She came back from the dead. She had to refigure out her life with Chad.
Yeah.
It's not going well. She has to end that. So, like, for right now, just be her friend. Because I do think Abigail cares for Dario. And I think that there could be more, but I also think that she has gone through a lot. And so she needs time for the dust to settle. But Dario is not on that same field. And what I don't understand is why Days would take it this way.
Right.
Instead of just allowing them to blossom and grow and really get used to the idea of Dario and Abigail.
Right. Rather than
having drama about it.
Well, it's typical Days of Our Lives fashion to force relationships on us.
Well, I guess. It's just...
Do you know about Dario's brother, Rafe? He was kind of forced into it.
In which relationship? With who?
What is her name? I forget her name.
Faith?
Faith. I think it's Faith.
You're so awful.
You're crazy.
You're so
Faith.
awful. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like there are too many triangles.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
I feel like, okay, so let's recap the triangles. So there's Gabby, Chad, Eli.
Mark.
Yeah.
I literally was like, I beg your pardon, madam. Okay, so there's Chad. Oh wait, well Chad, Abigail, Gabby, Eli,
Mark.
There's that.
And Dario's in there too.
And Dario. We'll shove Dario in there. And then you have Lonnie, Eli, JJ, maybe Gabby.
Maybe Gabby. Theo, Claire, Sierra, Wyatt.
Right. There's just too.
Yeah.
Too many.
Yeah.
Is anyone else confused about that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not confused. I know who everybody is, but I know what you're saying.
Oh my God! Is this what it's like sitting next to him?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Is this what? Is this
You know what?
experience?
And I'm just going to say this now before I miss the
Before you
opportunity. If I was you, I would want to be me too.
Drink.
Cheers.
Yeah. So I don't. There's too many triangles.
There is too much going on with
Yeah.
this writing.
Yeah.
I don't need them to be in another country. I don't need them to be anywhere but Salem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need more than one triangle or multiple of that. Like, I don't need it to be all these people deciding who they want to be with.
You don't know who to root for. Side note, I will say I got confused for a second because Rafe walked into TBD.
Oh.
And I thought it was
Greece.
the Athena Cafe. And I was like, Rafe was in Greece? I was like, oh no, he's in Club TBD.
He's on the inside of TBD.
Yeah.
The outside of TBD is Greece.
I got so confused for 2 seconds. I was like, oh my God, when did he get Oh, he's in Salem.
Yeah.
So that was just a little funny moment.
Okay.
And also, speaking of that, so they're reusing the set. I know some people are annoyed about hearing about the reuse of sets, but they have some great new sets or sets that we haven't seen in a long time, like where Xander's keeping Nicole and Eric hostage. Like, they could use that in Salem. That could be someone's living room. Like, it's nice to see something different.
Something new and different.
Yeah, and there's a second one, and I can't think of what is the second one.
New set?
Yeah, it was some red room, I think.
That was on this week?
Yeah, and then there was the hotel room in Greece is also different.
Oh, yes.
I mean, not that it's like, it's just a nice change of pace.
Well, I mean, you know, different
yeah.
places calls for different things.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, but I just got confused.
And then the immigration guy's office was Kayla.
I've been in one of those interviews, by the way.
Immigration?
Yeah, and it wouldn't be happening right now. It would be it's like one of the last steps in the process is having the meeting with the person.
Who's totally on board with it.
And it would be, well...
Wouldn't it be a little more
after
extensive?
we were married. We were already married, and then we met with them. So...
Did you have to say, like, what his favorite food was? And all that
they
kind
did
of
ask
stuff?
a lot of questions that... we had been together anyway, so it wasn't really that
Did you discover...
stressful. We had our lawyer there with us, too.
Did you discover anything about him that you didn't know, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did they come into your home?
No. No, we went to their office. No, but that I mean I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'd like
no.
to see pictures, and if you guys
We
really
brought
live together.
pictures. We had to put like a thing together of pictures of us with me with his family and him with my family and all the things we've done together and stuff like that.
I just pictured two things. One, I pictured like the squad police like busting down Mark's door and like get down on the ground and like just so dramatic about immigration.
I could see being nervous if they doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I had no reason to be nervous. I knew we were being legit. You know what I mean? And our attorney was there, so like sitting behind us. So.
And the second thing I just pictured was Mark putting together a fabulous like PowerPoint of like
Him and his wedding
him and
dress.
Phillips' love for each other. Like,
Oh, I walked in there. You know what I said? One of the first thing I said to the guy was when we were sitting there is, if I were you, I'd want to be me too.
this is the game today.
Here's my phone.
This is the game.
Do us all a
This is the
favor.
game today. This is the game today. Okay, yeah, and that whole immigration scene, it was like, really, that's gonna happen right now, and you pass with flying colors.
And then to stress the fact of how much he cares about her and loves her, and then maybe the revelation that she has stronger feelings than she suspected.
I mean, it just proved like the point that she's there and then has to say, "Well, I'm technically not divorced yet." You know what I mean? Like that conversation wouldn't happen in front of them.
It's not
you would already be
realistic.
married, and then he would question, "Well, why?" You know, what happened with this other marriage? Why did you guys get married so quickly? But you know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff they would be asking. But no one in the writing room asked me. I don't know why.
I know why.
They don't invite me in.
I know why.
Same reason the
remember
the bouncer wouldn't let you in the
My
club.
first day in the writing room, I'm like, okay, so there's a bomb, and Hope throws herself on it. Go with me. Go with me.
She hits her head on it like she did The Rock.
And the first line that Chad would say to me is, "If I were you, I'd want to be me too."
Alexis, can you mute? Can you mute both of their microphones?
So yeah, I don't. You guys in the chat room, we've been talking a lot about this whole Chad, Abigail, Dario storyline. Let us know how you feel. We're paying attention.
Yeah.
So.
And Gabby twisted her ankle.
Yeah, and then it's the whole thing with the amulet.
Don't care. Do you care?
I mean, not really. I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to Billy.
Well,
but,
no, I'm actually a little scared of the amulet, and although
Amulet?
whatever, and well, before that, I was calling it the abyss.
Abyss.
Yeah. So I'm a little nervous only because each time it's talked about and handed, like someone just had some bad luck happen.
Yeah.
But
that wasn't the bad luck that I thought you. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I just think it's more to come.
So somebody
But I
just
don't know
said,
how worse it's gonna get.
But
Why-
I thought it was going to be something like jinxy rather than like her twisting her ankle is something I thought, or like something catastrophic, not Eli saying I don't want to see you anymore. Like I didn't think it was going to be that type of bad luck. I thought it was going to be like they are going to be cursed.
It's days
and,
of
like,
our lives, girl. I'm surprised creatures haven't crawled out of the wall.
But that's more of what I thought than.
But I think you have to start small and then get
Work
bigger.
your way up?
Yeah.
Well, somebody just in the chat room said, let me see if I can find it here real quick. They said something about, which we have talked about, is recycling the storylines from the 90s and the 2000s. Was this amulet thing a story from the past? I don't remember. I don't know if
it's
that's
not
what they
the
were
first time
referring
I've
to.
ever heard the word amulet, and I feel like I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
And so also in this whole Grease equation, we had JJ, Lonnie, Eli, and Hope. JJ and Lonnie and Gabby were on the plane. They were working from the plane that was grounded.
I don't get it.
Well, they can't. They have to get clear jurisdiction, or
They don't, but they can't do anything. They're in another friggin' country.
But I
just want you to swear and say it. It's
Let's
true.
send 5 people to Greece and they can't do anything. Like it's just, like, do we need to have 800 people in Greece right now?
No.
Yeah.
So Hope shouldn't be there.
Yes.
Let's just start there.
Yes.
Hope doesn't need to be there.
Well, yeah.
This
well,
whole
well, now
malarkey.
she does. Well, now
I said
she
malarkey.
does. Well, no, now she does, because now that she has looked after Chad, and now that she knows that
Malarkey.
that
She never
Lonnie,
gave two
hold
hoots
on,
about it.
now that Lonnie and JJ and Eli are there, she's there to help.
I hate how bossy JJ is.
I don't care.
What do you mean how
This is
bossy
my I
he
don't care
is?
face.
Like demanding Gabby stay put or go back home.
Well, I don't understand why everybody's trying to get on Gabby. None of y'all need to be in Greece.
No, and Lonnie needs to be back in Salem at the hospital going
And-
through her withdrawal because she's not. It's not out of her system yet.
And if Gabby came there as a flight attendant, she has meals she should be prepping for the way back.
She said something to Chad about making a mean cocktail. Did you hear that?
I'm just saying.
Yes,
Focus on the job at hand.
Yes, I did hear that. But what I also
getting some more soda pop.
what I also just heard was
Can't do it on
completely
camera.
ridiculous.
I'm gonna be over here.
It makes it look like you have one of those wine purses.
He does.
I do.
I wouldn't be
I can't
surprised.
show the can because we don't sponsor them.
Well, if you were part of Joan Crawford's camp, you
But
would
if
have
I
a Pepsi
were
Cola.
on Feud, I would be drinking a Pepsi Cola.
You are just out of your mind.
Oh God. Yeah.
Squirt.
So I don't.
Squirt.
I don't know what else to say about this storyline. I don't know what to say about JJ and Lonnie and them randomly
I
kissing
think the
and
only
making
person happy with the situation at hand is Kate. Because she's happy that Dario's with Abby and proposing, and then she's happy that Chad is with Gabby.
They really got their. I'm gonna do a little segue here into the next storyline. They really got their money's worth out of that airplane, though, because when Nicole decided to escape, they shot a scene with her on the plane, and then she decided to leave the plane to go back to Eric.
Right.
The pilot was like, "You mean you left him?"
I know.
She was like,
The pilot said, I have instructions that if you did not come back with Eric, to go anyway. Do you want us to go? She said yes. She's like, we're heading to Salem. Nope, can't head to Salem. Go somewhere else. And then I don't know how that turned into I'm gonna get off the plane.
I think because she called Brady.
It was because of Brady.
Yeah.
But
Poor Brady. Eric Martzoff's doing a killer job, by the way.
laying in bed.
He looks sick. He
Eric,
looks
nobody lays in bed like you.
Beautiful, beautiful Eric Martzoff.
Gorgeous dog.
gorgeous. Eric.
Yes, that was great. But there was a point where I was like, oh my God, Nicole, just follow instructions, girl. Just follow instructions.
Nicole, never.
And then it was I was vested in this storyline, and now it's just getting ridiculous. So you mean to tell me you hop off the plane, knowing how much power Xander has across the whole Greek island? You run up to the first cop who's like, yeah, and then you're like, why aren't you arresting him? At any point, Miss Investigative Reporter, did it dawn on you that maybe he was on the payroll of Xander, and that's why Xander was sitting there looking all calm, cool, and collected, having a thing of cognac or whatever it was he was drinking?
He said cognac.
She should have introduced herself as Bridget.
Hi, I'm Bridget.
Yeah. I mean, if I was her, I'd be wanting to be me too.
Right? Right?
Yeah, no, I thought that part was already, and then now they're right back where they were,
Right.
captured.
Right.
So what was the point in all that?
It's just to delay the inevitable.
And why can't
Typical days.
Why is it that Nicole was able to run and Eric did? Why wasn't there a plan devised where it was like, we're gonna just knock him completely out and hit it?
If your life is in danger, kill somebody.
Well, he can't kill because you don't want him to go back to prison. He did shank him though.
But it's self-defense. He's being kidnapped.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, if you're gonna go through that whole plan, like, get something that's gonna knock them out so that you can hit it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but whatever. They're doing a great job with it, so there's that. What else?
Marlena
and-
and John visited Brady in the hospital. John's
Right.
back, it seems.
Oh, that was nice to see.
Yeah, it was nice to see John back. And the other thing, and I guess this kind of mixes in with that because I don't think we have it later in the doc, but no, we don't. Is that Chloe? More people are saying stuff to her, and I feel like she's starting to understand the severity of what
Well,
she
she should have.
Which we all
understood
do.
that a long time
43
ago.
people have told her that she's in the wrong
Right.
and that Holly's not
I
her
did
baby.
like the scene with her and Brian Totillo.
Yep.
when
Better
he kinda-
known as Lucas.
Right, that's it.
Lucas.
I loved the
Lucas,
scene
I am your father.
where John put his head and hand on Brady's heart and was having a moment with his son.
Yeah.
Oh, and the heart rejects the body of Brady. Awful. Nothing is working.
They should have taken Bose. Wonder if they can dig him up and take
Get
his
out. Get out.
Well, man, at least we'd hear about Bo more.
Rather than
Would you rather watch?
What I'd rather watch.
Would you rather watch Hope or Sierra?
Sierra.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Sierra. Hands down.
What about you?
Huh? Hope. Hope.
All right, Black Hope LA.
Just because James Lott Jr. and I are black doesn't mean we're twinsies. Yeah, so great. John's back. That was a touching moment. I just hope.
And the other thing I was going to say, this was what I was going to say earlier, is it's not the same Nicole. Like, I don't mind that she's softer because she has a daughter now and stuff like that, but like, remember that scene a while back where she kind of talks herself up? She's like, wait a minute, who am I? Like, I fight, I do this, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I've done my whole life. I want that Nicole back. I'm tired of this whiny one. Not that she's really whiny, but like, not fighting.
I just wish they would get it together. Get out of Greek.
Yeah, get out of Greek.
Hurry. Like that man has
Did we
been.
miss something?
That man has been at that airport waiting for them this whole time. He doesn't know whether anybody's coming or going. He's just sitting there chilling.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have to clock out at some point in time as a pilot?
He was probably paid one lump sum. I mean, who knows?
I don't know. But I just hope this storyline gets better, and if they're gonna use this as a way for Nicole and Eric to like find some common ground, I wish they would have used the plane ride back to Salem as more common ground. I think this is a storyline that they need to just start wrapping up in a bow.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up in a bow, Brady.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. In fact, let's wrap up this storyline.
Yeah.
We've talked more about Bo Brady in today's episode than they have in months on the show.
Did
We
they?
have?
On Days of Our Lives, yeah.
I never noticed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they don't talk about it. I think it's in someone's contract.
This next one, out of the top three, this was the most bearable, I think. The Patch Kayla, Trip, Jade, Joey, and his blind date with Alyssa.
Okay, let me talk. Allison was her name.
I feel like as Allison.
It was Allison only because there was a joke at my work and with the name Allison. So that's the only reason I remember the name was Allison. But I liked her. I think she was the best part of the week for me. I was like, I like her. I like you guys together.
I saw her and I was like, Mark is reliving Roxanne and
Totes.
Jay.
Oh, that's who needs to come back. Roxanne. I need to get that hashtag going again. Bring back Roxanne. I liked Allison. I liked her and Joey's scene together. I liked it. I thought she was a pistol.
And then Lurky McLurkerson, Jade in the pub behind. I mean, she pretty much should have been behind a bush. She was.
Yeah.
God. And that whole conversation she had with her, like, I'm his ex. Like, I feel like anyone who's like, I'm his ex, is automatically like, oh, what do you want? Like, get up out my face. Because I'm not having it.
She was like, do I know you?
Right. And like the lie, I'm currently not liking Jade because I feel like she's starting stuff that doesn't need to be started.
Like this. Like this.
Yes, like that with Joey and plotting to get Joey back, but then at the same time trying to get back at Kayla. Like, girl, choose a lane. It doesn't make any sense. Girl, bye.
No.
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
Let's just wave.
Bye, girl.
Wave, bye.
Girl, bye. Bye, girl. Girl, bye.
But nothing really. I mean, it's literally been the same. They're talking about the same stuff.
Well, Patch and Trip went on a stakeout together where Trip got to see some folks get a little freakish nigga.
Well, whatever.
No one seems to like this new Jade, according to the chat room.
I do.
I don't dislike her. I don't like necessarily where the story's going.
Scott Holston in the chat room said Jade needs to go. They shouldn't have recast the role.
I just miss Paige seriously.
Me too.
I thought she played Jade very well and played Jade the way
Jade was
Jade
meant to be
needs
played.
to be.
Totally.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And I was saying, I think that it was rumored a while ago that Vivian Giovanni was going to be leaving the role of Sierra. I think that this new girl, Gabrielle, would have been a better replacement for Sierra than for Jade.
Interesting.
Just their whole delivery, and it's...
Yeah. I don't hate the new Paige at all. I don't think she's doing a bad job. I think she's doing a good job. I think she just plays the role differently than Paige, and you're just used to seeing how Paige did it.
Well, okay.
So.
Well, okay. So we know how soaps
So
work.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Well, if I were you, I'd want to be me too. This is how I feel. Jade has come across as someone who is a very strong, independent girl.
Right.
Like Mark J. Freeman.
Right. Thank you
And
for the shout out.
And I feel like the way Jade is being played now is not someone who is as confident as the character is supposed to be. No shade towards the new Jade.
Too late.
No shade towards Jade.
However, I just feel like, you know, if you're gonna be conniving, be confidently conniving. You know what I mean? Like I don't, as a fan, I don't believe what she's trying to do.
Do you think new Jade is going to try and kill Kayla?
No.
New Jade is just trying to get back at Kayla for cutting her off and spilling her tea.
I think, though, that she thinks that Kayla's evil.
Well, yeah.
Well, because she cut her off.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want Jade anywhere near them. Really.
Yeah.
Well,
Which was the vibe I got from last week's episode.
Well, she just wants revenge. That's all. It's like, girl, bye.
Girl.
Girl, bye.
Girl.
Girl, guess step in.
I was telling him when we got here, at the theater the other day, there was an older gentleman who came up to the box office window and he said something. I was like, girl. And I was like, oh, shit. I don't think he heard me, though. I mean, he was elderly, so I don't think he heard me. But in my head, I was like, oh, he's probably like, did he just call me girl?
Yeah, he said to his wife, he was like, I think the guy at the box office just called me girl.
My worlds are colliding.
Yeah, they are. And that's totally fine.
All right, what else do we have to talk about? Let's wrap this up. Let's get this done in a half hour.
What's next?
I think we've...
Chad.
Oh, well, but...
Did we talk about Chad?
But then we also have the...
Just asking.
Trip and Patch had a moment.
Oh, yeah, with the stakeout.
Yeah.
We talked about that. Okay,
it was real brief.
What else?
It was very brief.
Let's just
It was
get
real
through this.
brief. Very brief.
Kate and Andre.
Like the briefness.
What about it? Mr. I have an opinion. Go ahead.
They had a scene together.
We're in
and they
tidbits now.
spoke, and they drank, and they ate, and they moved on.
I love that you can tell that they love each other.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where they go with them.
I missed that somehow.
Yeah, remember they were eating. He was going to try to eat
yes. Oh,
and
the
she,
scones and like, it's gonna cost you. Oh, that was a cute moment.
Berries.
Yes, that was a cute moment.
But
and
that's really. I mean, nothing really happened.
But I feel like
right.
Well, it took up an entire episode of just them. I know. That's
most of what's on here is like
but the
same stuff we've been talking about.
Right, but the whole week has been this.
Can we just take phone calls?
Sure.
We're not there yet.
Well, but what else is left? Show me that again.
Pretty much, Lucas and Adrian had a nice scene together. He told her how much he missed her when she was in Arizona.
Right.
Also, a similar scene happened with Adrian
and then he'd wait
Justin.
for her to be ready.
Right, because she said that after her surgery, she's not quite comfortable with her body.
Right.
Oh, okay, wait. What surgery did she have? Was that in
double
the month?
mastectomy.
Oh, she
Yeah.
had the double mastectomy.
Yeah.
Okay, girl. Okay,
I don't know where
I'm
you've
with
been.
it.
So she's
because
I
you
was
were
a month
gone.
off.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, did she choose Justin?
No,
No,
she chose
Lucas.
Lucas.
She chose Lucas. Okay.
And
okay.
Justin
I'm
and
picking up
Lucas
what you're
seemed
putting
actually to be cool with each other after her decision. They kind of like shook hands, and Justin
ways.
wished him.
I don't think
the
that's
best.
the end of that.
No,
but-
I don't either. because you can definitely tell that she and Justin still love each other too.
Right.
Well, there's just history. There's
Yeah.
history there. You have history, girl.
History.
And that was pretty much it for them. And then this was my favorite, which was also pretty short-lived because it was really only Friday, was the scenes with Theo, Wyatt, Sierra, and Claire, where Theo came clean to Sierra that he had sparked the relationship with Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that he got Wyatt to message Sierra on the dating website.
And he fed him information so that she would fall in love.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I like the character of Theo, is because
He goes shirtless.
I think that Theo, the way Theo thinks is how we think. It's kind of like, girl, let me just nip this in the bud and get this over it. Boo, I don't like you.
Yeah,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right,
Like you're playing her. I'm gonna end this.
Yeah.
I fed him stuff. You know what I mean? It like, because had he kept it going, we would have been like, oh my god. But the fact that
he just did it.
Came clean, like, yeah, I like that. And yeah, first of all, when Wyatt was ordering breakfast,
9 items off the menu.
I'm like, who are you ordering breakfast for you and Sierra?
Are you getting high and then eating?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
how much food did he order?
Like 2 burrito things,
A thing of orange juice.
orange juice, coffee,
2 coffees.
like some, and I'm
Two
like,
coffees, hash browns.
I'm like literally like, girl, when I go to McDonald's, it's 2 sausage biscuit and a small orange juice with strawberry jelly.
By the way, I left my wallet at home or my money at home, and I'll be in the back playing video games.
Well, he said something about the ATM, and then she's just like, don't worry about it, I got it. And literally, it cut to Theo, and Theo was like, over it.
The thing I liked about him telling Sierra the truth was how emotional he played it. Like, he looked like he was truly broken up about it. The fact that he had misled her for this long. Because I think he really is an honest guy.
He is.
I love Kyler.
You think Kyler's honest or Theo?
Theo, but I like Kyler's, or I love Kyler's portrayal.
I like Theo, because I have to differentiate, because
I love how...
you hoes.
I love how Claire is like, oh, and by the way, their relationship is none of your business.
Yeah.
To Theo.
Yeah.
He's like, but, and she's like, no buts. No buts.
Yeah.
Are you happy, Mark? We wrapped that all up.
I'm elated.
Well, no, yeah. Well,
we do our
that's been the
segments?
week.
That has been the week. Do you want to do segments and then we can take calls?
Okay. Well, we'll start with my segment, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap. Sorry, the board's not working.
Alexis. Oh, snap.
I love that.
Well,
I think that's how we should do it all the time.
Well, since
just
the bo-
Alexis going, oh snap.
since the board isn't working,
I mean, just be happy I didn't go, you go, girl.
Oh, I would have.
because had you did, you would have had to go, girl. Because if I were you, I'd want to be me too.
All right, bye.
All right, let me do it again. Take 2. All right, now it's time for Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh,
there we
there
go.
it is.
All right, so I have to give it to Lucas, because when Lucas looked at Chloe and was like, look, it's your fault that all this has happened. Like, you are still in Nicole's baby. That ain't your baby. And you're the one that made her go off. And you're the one that got Brady shot. So, ho, if he dies, it's on you. And I was like,
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah.
Someone told her. I was like, you know
And
what? You get my 3 Snaps
And that
Award,
they
Brian
gave him a
Datillo.
scene.
What?
And that they just gave him a scene.
Tell us how you really feel.
I'm just saying.
Well, Brian Datillo, Lucas, what is it? Lucas Roberts? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Horton. Lucas Horton.
Lucas Horton, that's right. Brian Datillo, Lucas Horton, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
You go, girl.
And now it's time for
Lucas Roberts. Horton.
Disaster.
Moment of the week. I forget.
Okay, this is nitpicky, but it made me roll my eyes. This week.
Us?
I know,
Us,
yeah,
Petty?
you too. When Steve and Tripp were having their moment in the hotel room during the stakeout, and Steve told Tripp to go ahead and check the mini fridge for a couple of root beers. And he
beers.
just happened to have. When have you ever been to a hotel where the fridge, the mini fridge, was stocked with root beer?
beer.
Ever?
It's always Coke. Or Pepsi.
We're
And
not
water.
Or maybe diet.
Right.
And diet.
I've
There's
never
usually
seen-
a diet
Ginger
option.
ale.
Maybe
Ginger
ale, okay.
maybe Sprite. Never root beer.
Never.
But it's small town Salem, so you never know.
Maybe they have a root beer brewery that we don't know about.
Oh, the Salem Root Beer Brewery.
Yeah.
My God, I can't.
You know what? Oh my
Brewer.
God.
I can't do it.
Hashtag Maxine's son runs
the
the root beer
brewery.
brewery.
I can't. I never knew I couldn't say that word.
We are reaching for
Brewery.
straws.
No, I
Brewery.
didn't.
We're the ones reaching for stars. We're the ones. Let's try Days of Our Lives reaching for stars. Am I reaching for the stars here? Yeah, you
might
are.
work then.
That conversation over the root beer when he told him to check the fridge for the root beer went in a different direction than I thought it was going to.
Where you thought it
because
was
when Tripp was like root beer, I thought he wanted a cocktail or like a mixed drink or something like that.
That's
Maybe
what
even
Mark would've
just a
wanted.
regular beer.
I said I probably wouldn't even notice that there were sodas in there.
But I do think that part of that scene was that they have that connection over root beer. They're both root beer fans. I don't know. It just made me roll my eyes. Didn't love it.
I mean, I get it.
How about check the fridge for a cola? That would have been
Soda
more
pop.
anything. But root beer was just too specific for me.
Yeah.
And that was my disaster moment of the week.
All
I love
right.
that you did it yourself.
Well, I didn't know if there was a soundbite. I don't know. Should we try it again?
Disaster.
Moment of the week. Takes a while.
And now, Alexis, I want you to do mine now too.
I know, right?
Sure, I can do that.
And now next,
Mark's quote of the week.
So my quote of the week is going to Miss Nicole when she was in the hotel room with Eric, who was making a shiv on on the headboard, and Nicole said. He's like, I learned how to do this in prison. She said, the only thing I learned how to do in prison was macrame potholders. And I literally, on my couch, I went, yes, she's back.
And then you lost her.
So, Ari Zucker gets my quote of the week.
And that has been
Mark's quote of the week.
And then fan of the week, Matthew's going to help me with this because I don't have my laptop, but fan of the week is going to C. Kaufman in the iTunes. She wrote an iTunes review for us. Matthew will read it for you.
And additionally gave us 5 stars. Yes. You hear
Look
that,
at
folks?
that.
You give us 5 stars, chances
She
are you'll get the
followed
fan
And
of
I
the
do
week.
believe it says
Instructions.
love, love, love.
Love,
for
Love,
the
Love
title.
is the title by Carly, and it's C. Kaufman09. She said, I love this show. I get my weekly laughs because of Mark, Matt, and Tony. I love Mark's one-liners and his obsession with Billy Flynn. I love Tony and his facial expressions. All around entertaining, and they keep it real. Always. Thank you,
That's
Carly.
it.
We always
there was
keep
an
it
implied
100.
snap in that.
We
We
keep it
always keep
on
it
and
100.
poppin', you
We
know.
always keep
Always
it
doing it.
100.
We doing
We
the
keep
damn
it
thing.
100. 100. We keep it.
So
Okay.
that's our fan of the week.
Why do I
Yes.
have a feeling that's going to be what you post this week?
Maybe. Who knows?
What are we talking about?
Who knows?
And you know how she became fan of the week?
How?
She wrote a review and
On
gave us
where?
5 stars on iTunes.
Look at that.
That's how you become fan of the week.
Hey, Mark. How do you become fan of the week here on Dish Days?
I just said it.
Say it again.
Rewind.
All right. Well, that's been fan of the week. Are we going to do news and gossip?
We can do news and gossip,
we
and then
have
we'll take
any?
some phone calls. Just one.
Okay. Said just one.
Just one.
yeah.
One news and gossip.
Yes. Congratulations to Ken Corday, who received his star this week on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Visit one of our social media pages to see the link to Ken's speech. We just had a
Who
visitor
keeps
walk
letting this
in the
man just
door.
walk up in here?
Like he owns the joint.
I came to say hi to Tony Moore.
Oh, hey.
Anyway, make sure to check out one of our
Fucking
social media
twin.
pages. I posted the link on
Welcome
Twitter,
back.
Thank
on
you.
Facebook, on Instagram. Hi.
The show's
Happy
gotten away
anniversary.
from you now,
Thank
man.
you.
And that was it for news and gossip. There was a great turnout. Oh, Alexis, is the photo showing?
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Well-
There was a great turnout for Ken Starr on the Walk
For who?
of Fame for Mr. Ken Corday, the executive producer of
Because
Days of Our
you
Lives.
said Ken Starr.
No,
Or did
Ken,
you mean Ken
Starr.
Ken
Starr?
Starr. There was
Got it.
yeah.
I heard Ken Starr.
Ken Starr also. You can see all of the actors from Days of Our Lives who were there. Just to name a few, we had Billy Flynn, Marcy Miller, Sal Stowers, Vanessa Williams, Brian DiTillo. Christian Alfonso, Theo and Lauren were there. Bill
Meredith
Susan
Scott
Seaforth
Flynn.
Deidre. Deidre. I think I named mostly
And
all
Matthew
of them.
Evan Paine.
And Matthew Evan Paine was on hand. Check
He
out
wa-
his
he was there.
check out his speech on one of our social media pages.
Yep, and you can see the whole ceremony on. I posted the link on Dish and Days and on Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well, also news and gossip. The June event.
Oh yeah. Summer bash, right? Sorry, I forgot. It's not. I always read it off the thing. Yeah, in Toronto, June 3rd, with Billy, Rob, Vincent, and Eric.
And
June 3rd.
And there's one in August too.
And
correct?
eventbrite.ca is you can get the tickets for that.
just announced, I will be hosting the Dual Coast event in Boston. Yay! Boston.
The original host backed out.
I am the original host. Oh yay!
What?
Okay, so sorry. So breaking news. Sorry. So in Boston, I will be emceeing on August 26th, and the stars attending will be Eric Martzoff, Rob Wilson, Billy Flynn, Vincent Irizarry, Judy Evans, and James Reynolds.
Yeah.
So look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So glad that worked out.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
And hello, James Jr.
JLJ in the
You guys
house.
can't see me because I'm like.
Oh, do I need to? You want me to?
Well, I'm trying to
that?
figure.
Can you see him, Alexis?
Which way?
Who keeps letting this man in here?
It's not
He has to sit in
moving.
the other chair.
Sit in
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
sit in the
chair.
other chair.
Sit in the other chair.
All the steps.
This,
There you go.
This man,
Better.
this man just shows up and just walks in
Oh,
into
is
the
that
show.
up here?
I never know who it
The
is.
very far corner.
Far corner.
Over here.
On the other side.
On my side,
The one. So you know where in the corner, like.
behind the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there's stuff.
Just make
move
sure
the
not to
stuff.
touch my bag or Mark's bag.
Just don't
Toss
touch
it, girl. Toss it.
don't touch my hair, girl.
Yeah.
But I just want to say Tony Moore actually. So.
Oh, do you? I hope it's good.
Oh, there I
There
am.
you go.
There I am.
Beautiful.
Hi,
In the
James
corner.
Lott Jr.
And today's weather is 95 degrees in the south.
Yeah, it is. It's hot.
It is hot.
But Tony, say something. I want to have a news and gossip. I have something to say too.
Oh, that's it. I'm done.
Okay, you guys. So tonight it's our 1 year anniversary for Bowl Breakdown and Restless Wrap Up. But what I want to say to Tony was because of Tony Moore, there would be no soap block that was happening in this whole show. I wouldn't even be here at AfterBuzz TV. So thanks for starting Dish and Days.
Oh, well, thank you.
Seriously, there would be no GH report. There'd be no. You started the whole thing.
Well, I mean,
You did. So just say thank you.
thank you.
Okay. So I was going to say thank you to Tony Moore for starting it out because now we have all 4 soaps on this network. And you guys are 2.5 years at this point. JH Report's coming up on 2 years. And now the last 2 are a year each. And we have guests coming on. So we have a full panel on both shows. Matthew Evan Paine will be on Bold Breakdown.
I
Look
can't
at
wait.
that.
And we have guests calling in. And it's gonna be a good 2 hours of great television tonight.
That's
But
fantastic.
thank you, Tony, for starting the soap network.
Well, thank you, James Lott Jr. I would like to thank all the people here at AfterBuzz TV who allowed a little boy from South Carolina with a dream to come in and pursue that dream right here at AfterBuzz TV. So to you all, I say thank you. I would also like to thank my original co-host, Mark J Freeman, who has been with me since day one.
Day one.
I also would like
I
to
have the
give a,
bruises to prove it.
I would also like to give a shout out to Peter,
Yep,
one
Peter
of our
Ramos.
original co-hosts.
Peter Ramos.
I would
here
also like to thank
The
Matthew
DOOL
Evan
again.
The DOOL
Paine
again.
for coming in, and I also like to thank James Lott Jr. for being a part of Dish and Days because without them, I would have been fine.
I have a lot left.
I'll take it.
No, but seriously, no.
That's a guy like that. That's a good.
But no, it's great to hear because it did start with Dish and Days,
It did.
and I'm glad that James came on and saw what we were doing here, wanted to do GH, and then it spread into Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful, and we do what we can in order to just talk about the soaps and keep the soaps going on.
And you guys, we're the only ones on video that
Yeah.
are doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
the fans out there, you realize we're the only one. There's nothing on TV, nothing on. We're the ones who do it.
Yeah.
Anything, all soaps.
And shout out to all the PR people who help
Yes.
us get the guests on
Yes.
the shows.
Yes, all
Thank
PR
you guys.
people.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for working
you.
with us and,
Yes.
and allowing and trusting us all your talent
With
on
your
our shows.
talent.
And please continue to work. Please continue to work with us. Please continue to work with us. Please.
Yes, and please. As he's all goodbye.
I don't listen to Emmy music.
She's playing you off. I love it. I love it. I love it. And
Well,
I saw it, and I was trying to sign it because it's King Corday related. If you ever seen my interview with the ladies of the lake,
Which was wonderful, by the way.
Thank you. No, thank you. It was so much fun. You want to see everybody talking, have a good time, and figure out where this show came from. Go to AfterBuzz TV, go to Spotlight On, Ladies of the Lake, Michael Caruso, Kyle Lauder, Marie Wilson, Lily Melgar, Martha Madison, and Jessica Morris. And I think I got everybody in there.
I saw Kyle Lauder last week. He's so handsome.
Yes, he's very handsome. He's hot too. He's got
He
a
is
nice
hot.
body. I'm like,
Yeah.
we kept joking about that on the show, of course, as you saw. So.
Yeah.
Man, that's Days Are Alive related things, so we just wanted to.
Do you want to stick around for some phone calls?
Yeah, he gonna stick around. He got nothing else to do. Also, really quick on news and gossip, I wanted to say there's a Passions fan festival happening.
Eric Martzoff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, July 23rd, right here in Los Angeles at Hollywood and Highland, the cast from the daytime drama Passions, that's right, Passions,
Okay.
will be having an event. You can find out.
Eventbrite.
You go to
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite, type in Passions Fan Festival.
2017.
Yes, and all the details will be
I may
there.
go. I may try to go.
Currently confirmed to go is Juliette Mills, who played Tabitha,
Yes.
Lindsay Hartley, who played Teresa, and also played Ariana
Ariana.
Yes.
on Days of Our Lives, Eric Martzoff, who played Ethan, who you guys know as Brady, and many, 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 many more to come. So if you are in the Los Angeles area on July 23rd, then come fulfill your passions at the Passions Fan Festival.
And you guys know Juliette Mills was nanny of Danny the Professor when I was a kid. I used to love that show. That's where she first got started.
That was before my time. All right, so let's take some phone calls.
Let's take some phone calls. Tony, why don't you tell them what the number is?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the phone number, if I do remember correctly, is 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. Call us. We want to talk to you. We all here. Matthew, Tony, Mark, James Lott Jr., who came busting up in here like he owns the joint.
You know what's so interesting? If you listen for 1 second, Mark J Freeman's never been this quiet.
I know. I got through a whole lot of stuff. I don't know why
I'm doodling my name.
Well, he is. But also, Mark writes down some of the most random things.
He does write stuff down on shows.
Like he's
Nothing
like
is random. I wrote July 23rd. That's the past.
That's the passion. He wrote King Corday as if he didn't know who King Corday was.
I wrote C.
Or Ken
Kaufman
Starr.
for fan of the
Ken
week.
Starr. Ken
I made
Starr.
a heart, and then James Lott Jr. walked in, so I put JLJ.
So
And
earlier,
then-
Phone call.
the doorbell. Okay.
Oh, maybe
Remind
it's
me to tell
Meghan
you about
Trainor.
the. Maybe it is.
Doorbell.
Remind me to tell you about the doorbell. Good afternoon, caller, and welcome to Edition Days. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, it's Jacob from Amarillo, Texas.
Hey, Jacob. How you doing?
Hey, how are you guys doing? Welcome back, Tony, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Jacob. It was a long time. I almost didn't come back, but I'm here. I'm just kidding.
The second chocolate twin is back.
That's right.
Yes, the second
twin.
chocolate. The original chocolate twin is back. James is the
I'm
second.
the second.
The white chocolate twin has been here.
That's true.
So what?
I just wanted to say hi to everyone because you guys are doing a really good job. But this week's days was kind of blah for me.
Yeah.
There was nothing really going on, like you guys said.
Yeah.
It just kept being repetitive.
Yeah.
That's why I took a nap a couple of times when I was watching it because it was kind of boring.
Well, we
So I was like,
call this week the info week, where if you didn't know,
Now you know.
now you know. So it's info week. Yeah.
but they beat it in their heads like over and over. So that's what's kind of crazy about it.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say you guys are doing a really good job. Keep up the good work. And happy anniversary, James, on the end of the West Coast and the bold breakdown.
Thank you, Jacob.
We'll
Thanks
see
for
you later
calling,
there.
Jacob.
Yeah, make sure you tune in.
Okay, I will. And I'll see you on the bold breakdown, Matthew, as well.
I'll see you then.
Thanks,
Thanks
Jacob.
for calling, Jacob.
Okay. Have a great night, guys.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
The one thing Days of Our Lives is doing correctly is keeping us all informed.
Who?
Days of Our Lives, with a flashback here and a
Flashback
recap
there.
there.
If I didn't.
That's the star. The more you know.
Before you know.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, side note. Okay, so I wanted to mention the whole Paul and Sonny, like that little kiss that they did. I was like, I ain't buying it. That's all.
Oh, because I was like this at home.
I was
when
like,
I saw
they
it.
kiss, but like, I need them to kiss.
Me too. I want
I
to kiss
need
them
to
too.
see some
They didn't,
kiss.
they didn't. I didn't see no tongue or nothing.
Like this.
It was a quick little peck goodbye.
Yeah, I was like, it's like kissing my grandma or whatever. It's like next. I want to see some real action.
Some kissing.
Two young strapping men. That's what I wanted.
You were about to say something.
Well,
I
when
was-
Mark,
you
goes,
had
to
to-
the, when Mark goes to the writer's room, he'll have to let them know.
I made a note. I made a note.
He's all kiss.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Oh,
gosh.
interesting. In the chat room, Willa Sargent said Ken Corday's mom Betty wrote to her years ago, and she still has the letter.
Oh,
Wow,
Yeah.
Willa. Hold on to that girl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that.
It was great.
That's
Get
fun.
good money for that
We
on
have another
eBay.
caller.
Oh, hey, caller.
Hello, caller.
Oh shoot.
Tell us
How
your
long
name
you-
and where you're calling
And
from.
how long have you been waiting?
Hey everybody, it's Mike Riley from New York.
Mike Riley.
Riley.
Mike Riley. If I were you, I'd want to be me too.
Stop stealing my line.
I have something to say to
Mark.
no, to everyone but Mark.
Thank you.
Ooh.
This is time where I go get a new Pepsi Cola.
No, it's to James and Tony really.
Oh.
I just want to say that Mark is so mean to me when you guys are not there, and Maddie does not help me.
Oh no.
That's a lie.
Well, Mike Riley.
It's on the internet.
On the internet.
I need you to pull that up and send that to me because I
He
don't
needs
remember that
receipts,
happening.
Baby.
Don't do it.
He needs some receipts.
Yeah.
Mike, I agree with you. He isn't nice.
Yeah, y'all.
And there's
Thank
only
you,
so
Maddie.
much I can do. He's a crazy person. And I
Mike
sit
Riley
right next to
equals
him.
liar. That's what I wrote.
That is what. Well, Mike Riley, you give me life when you call in because
too.
I love to see Mark kind of squirm a little bit and have to
I
be a
didn't
little
squirm.
bit more on his game. Yeah, because Mrs. Flynn is calling in to chit chat with you.
Mike Riley in the chat room, me world.2 said, Mike Riley is back.
Well, I'm always here. You guys just don't pick up my call.
Oh no! I think you blame that on Mark.
But one thing I did want to just say on the show, it wasn't about the show, sorry. It wasn't mentioned, and I thought someone would say something about it, but that Gabby, when she kind of brought up Will, and no one ever brings up Will.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of
I did notice that.
interesting.
I did notice that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
didn't put it in the notes, so.
just prepping us all for what's
Getting
about
it ready.
to happen.
Getting it ready.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I am
I'm
excited.
excited.
Me
It's
too.
in my notes now.
I can't wait to see how they.
I'm gonna start.
Resurrect
I'm
Will.
gonna start
Yeah.
selling these pages on eBay. My notes from
Oh
the
my
show.
God.
I
This
don't
one,
think they can
all
go
right.
for negative increments.
this one, Mike Riley has Mike Riley equals liar on it. So if you want to bid on that, you let me know.
Okay. I'll fit it next to my...
Mark, don't do that. Mike Riley's a very
Starting
nice
bid is a
person. Was that
penny.
better, Mike?
I'm sorry.
I just stuck up
Yes,
for you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Listen, I'm going to let other people call in, but I will say to Mark, I cannot wait to watch the Drag Race.
I knew you were gonna say
Oh,
that. I knew you were gonna say that.
My God.
You know what? I'm gonna show up for that
in
one.
You should.
I'm just gonna walk in.
In the words of Miss Jasmine Masters, I have something to say.
I'm sure you do. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Mike
Thank you for calling,
Riley.
Mike Riley.
Bye.
Bye.
Mike Riley's my favorite because I love to see him bicker with Mark.
I love
It
his
is
voice.
fun.
He has a great voice. He has a
Great voice.
Mike's in New York.
New York, yeah.
Yeah.
He has a great voice.
And it looks like we have another caller. Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Isn't James talking
Hi,
about
Matt.
Mike?
It's Lonnie.
Hi, Lonnie.
Lonnie.
Hi, Johnny. Welcome back.
Oh well, thank you, girl.
I missed you the few times you weren't there.
I know. I just went and disappeared. Just call me Wonder Woman's invisible rope. I was gone.
I put
What the-
Tony's
what?
I put Tony's cell number in the chat so you can just call him at home when he's not here.
I will put your cell phone in there, ma'am.
So,
What did
I
you
had
think
a
about this
question
week?
about Jade.
Yeah.
Okay. When Kate and Andre were talking about, when they were talking about the amulet,
Uh-huh.
why was Andre so afraid of it?
It's cursed, girl.
It's or well, as he says, cursed.
It's cursed. Things are happening. I wouldn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole either. Gabby got that all in her purse now. All that EBGB's all up in her purse now.
And a twisted ankle.
How did she get it if it's supposed to be for dad?
Well, I was going to ask that earlier too because I missed how she got that.
Well, she explained it.
Yeah, she covered it.
Oh, that's when I got pizza rolls.
Yeah, she said that she took it out to look at it. A cop walked by. She just shoved it into her.
Oh,
her
so a good
thing.
explanation. Sounds like Dave's.
Yeah. So that's it.
How do you really feel?
Oh, hi, James. Sorry. Hi, James.
Oh, hi. Hey, girl. The door. It's their show. I'm just crashing.
I forgot you were there. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, girl. Don't worry. You can't miss me.
That's
but,
okay.
Yeah,
No one pays attention to him
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm just James Lott Jr. Nobody.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, Lonnie.
Thank you so much for calling in, Lonnie.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And one more caller. Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Oh,
fine
rude.
then.
We
didn't want to talk to you anyway.
Oh, dang. Oh, my God. It's like...
Tony, you look like, oh, my
that
God.
That was weird.
I think, did you bring the amulet in the room with you?
I guess so. I'm like...
I mean, all show we've been saying, if I were you, I'd want to be me too. Clearly.
Clearly.
Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Amber. I'm calling from Landover, Maryland.
Hey, Amber. How you doing?
Maryland.
From Maryland?
Yeah. Hi, James. It's Amber.
Hey, girl. I know who you are, girl. I know who you are. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm so excited for the Gold Breakdown for the anniversary tonight.
We're going to have a good time, folks. I got a lot of guests. I got some booze. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and I love
so basically won't be different from any other episode.
On that show, yes, that's true. This will be good.
What do you think of this week's episodes, Amber?
I found it was kind of boring. Like, I kind of felt like the entire time when I was watching, I was rooting for Xander to win.
Right?
Me too.
Exactly.
Me too.
I was kind of like, I want everybody to go to jail except Xander.
I want Xander to say, because we all know that Deimos is leaving the show. Well, Vincent Irizarry. Right. But I would love for them to keep Xander on.
Me too.
I would definitely
Paul
love for them
Telk
to
did
keep
such a
Xander.
great job.
I wanted
a little handsy, but he's nice. See, you started this, Paul.
I wanted to see Xander get on the bed with Eric.
Okay, okay.
Girl.
Oh, God, don't excuse me.
Girl, where have we taken this show?
I'm the one, though.
If there is going to be any man-on-man climbing in bed, it's going to be Billy Flynn and Lorraine Love.
Did you happen to watch the
No, sorry, Mark. It's going to be me and Billy.
I said man-on-man. I said man-on-man, Amber.
I don't understand why everybody is fighting over Billy Flynn. There are so many other people on this show besides Billy Flynn.
Like Kyler Pettis?
Oh.
Interesting.
You say something.
If I were you, I'd want to be me too.
Of course you would if it never mind.
So you'd be Mrs. Pettis.
No. No.
I was talking to him. If he wanted to be you, he'd be Mrs. Pettis.
No, because I'm not Mrs. Pettis.
Who are you then?
Hey, Alexis, will you put and change Tony's name to Mrs. Pettis underneath? And
You got it.
thank you.
I think she's doing it.
I beg your pardon, madam.
Well, thank you for your call, Amber.
Or do you want to hyphenate?
And you, Kyler.
More Pettis.
What happened? Wait, what'd you say?
I'm gonna make a page for you and Kyler.
Oh, that's so fair page.
I will say Kyler will probably be like, WTF, what is happening?
Do you remember when the tweet went out and Kyler was like, y'all are crazy?
Oh, that's why I saw that. I remember that tweet.
Yes.
I think you should hyphenate, because then your name would be Mrs. More Pettis. Yes! You heard it here first. Someone quick grab that Twitter. Grab that Twitter. More Pettis.
More
grab
Pettis.
it. Grab it, girl. More Pettis. If I was you, I'd want to be me too.
You know what? For some reason, I just have a feeling that one day we're going to have Kyler on the show.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to see how that episode goes.
Yes.
I'm now anxious.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a delight. Pizza rolls. More Pettis.
Well, thank you so much, caller, for calling.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye,
Amber.
love you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Mark, you mentioned more guy-on-guy action on Days of Our Lives. Did you happen to see the interview with Eric Martsolf on the red carpet?
Yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that I asked him, all these leading ladies have left him. And then I asked him who he was planning on being in a relationship with next, and he was like, I think Brady and Jade, maybe.
I mean, I can't say I blame him.
No.
Can't say I blame him.
And I think that might be it for our
phone
call list this week.
That's it.
That was it.
Thank you, Jacob, Mike Riley, Lonnie, and Amber for calling in.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
oh,
you,
look, those
everyone.
notes did come in handy.
Oh, yeah.
I always do that. I always write down their names so I can thank them for calling.
Oh,
that
it's
comes
the
in
first time
handy.
I've ever seen that happen.
I always say it. Watch when I lead host. When I take calls,
Yeah,
I
you
always
said it
write.
several times
Thank you.
Whatever.
Alexis.
I
Whatever.
never paid attention.
Thank you.
Oh, you
I
don't-
mean, why I wrote all the other stuff is beyond belief, but whatever. Side note. I wrote side note because you said side note. And then kissin'.
I think I
Talked about
asked you to write
kissing.
something down. Did you?
Gabby brought up Will. I wrote that down because Mike Riley wanted me to put that in my notes.
Oh, no, there was something that you wanted to mention. Doorbell.
Oh, it was just when you rang the doorbell, like every week, you ring the doorbell and you
To get into the
get
studios.
into the studios, and you hear the doorbell, and it's like, the second you walk in and someone asks you right when you walked in the door, how are you? And you said, delicious.
Delicious.
That's my favorite.
Put that in my notes. Delicious.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
I do that. You know why I do that? Because when I worked at Mickey's, actually, the chef at Mickey's, I'll put that in quotes.
Chef,
Um,
yeah. The
fry
microwaver.
cook operator.
Yeah.
Well, every time I would go in and I would go to get coffee out in the kitchen and I was like, hey, how are you doing? He would say, delicioso.
Oh, how
so
funny.
now so now every time someone asks me how I'm doing, I always say, delicious.
I like that. I like delicious.
It's perfect.
It is. It's you.
And I'm delicious.
Well, this was...
And you're more badass.
Oh, my God.
On that note, thank you so much for tuning in this
I have
week.
a feeling that after this show, I'm going to get a tweet.
Oh, you are.
That's going to have me and Kyler attached, and it's going to say hashtag more pettis.
100%.
my God.
Mark's going to
It's
send it
happening now.
immediately
It's
after the
happening.
show.
Won't be me.
And if that happens, I'm interested
It's
to
gonna
see
turn red.
what Kyler's
I
response is
know.
going to be. I'm just gonna sit here like this and wait.
More pettis.
Let's see.
All right, ladies, tell them where they
thank
can
you,
find you
Aaron.
on social media.
Aaron,
Oh, you're
Aaron
their
said, "Me
fiancé.
either, Tony. Billy is so ugly." Ooh!
Oh!
3 snaps award.
All right, James Lott Jr., tell them where they can find
Oh,
you
me
on
first?
social media.
So stay
Great
tuned.
job, James. All
Thank
right,
you.
so you can find me.
Stay tuned for GH Report. We have Sonia Eddie who plays Epiphany on the show. It's going to be a great show with her. We're talking Nurses Ball that starts on Monday.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE, LOVE, and you can catch me in 30 minutes in another studio talking about Tina.
And of course, you guys get Tina, as in like a drag queen,
Yeah.
not the drug.
Not the drug.
And of course, you guys get
Although to some people, she is a drug.
true. And of
That
course,
went home!
yes. And of course, you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounger with Tony or my website. And of course, you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounger with Tony or my
more
website.
pettis.
And of course, you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounger with Tony or my website, loungerwithtony.com.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew E. Paine. And I am going to do another Instagram live at 5:45 Pacific this evening.
On the Dish and Days one?
8:45. No, on
yours?
On mine.
I love that we have social media that no one uses.
I use mine, and you can find me at Matthew E. Paine on Instagram for my Instagram Live right after the show. It will be 5:45 Pacific, 8:45 Eastern, and I will be joining James Lott Jr. for the 1-year anniversary of The Bold Breakdown this evening. Stay tuned.
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
More pettis.
I hate y'all.
Expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.